wanted to get with y'all real quick in respect to everything that's going on with this coronavirus. I'm not going to get into depth as to what I believe it to really be and what I believe the government and the leadership to be doing with this situation. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I do want to say a couple of things, one of which is this: there are people that are suffering, there are people that are sick, there are people that are going through some things because of this, there are families that are hurting, there's people that are on lockdown, there's folks that are suffering financially, you name it. And because of it, we need to be in prayer for those folks. We don't need to minimize people's suffering. That's not okay, even if we see beyond the smoke screen of some of the things that are going on. We still don't need to minimize what people are going through. We need to pray for them and be mindful of how we speak in respect to this and how we treat people and how we present ourselves in the midst of people's tribulation. So with that said, I do want to go on in respect to our services and the stuff that Kingdom Life Church should expect in the coming days. Now, most churches are shut down right now. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of churches that I didn't expect to close the doors that have their doors closed right now. In fact, I can't tell you one for sure at this point that has the doors open. But tonight we're going to be praying for the sick, and we're going to have prayer meeting at Kingdom Life Church. I don't expect anyone to be there that's not prepared to lay hands on the sick right now. But to take it a step further, tomorrow, I intend to press on with our plans to have the Mexican potluck at 5:30. I intend to have service at 6:30, and I hope to see the people of God there. Let me give you a thought. In Revelation, Jesus spoke of a time that would come in which the enemy would throw the people of God into prison. He would torture them and put them to death. And the idea behind that's no different than what we're looking at today. That the government and the leadership is suggesting that we be quarantined. He's, in a sense, throwing us into prison. He's trying to take away our liberties and our freedoms to serve God as a corporate body. Now, what Jesus said to do is what I believe we need to do right now. And Jesus says, remain faithful. Continue to press on with what you're called to do. Don't back down. And I say that because right now we still have the choice to show up as a people and bind together as a people and still have service and come together and do what God's called us to do. But there will come a day, I'm sure, in which they make it illegal for us to come together and have church, and at which point in time I don't expect anybody to bow up and get themselves thrown in prison necessarily on purpose. We can, I suspect in those times we'll wind up meeting in our homes and doing things the way they did in the early church anyway. But right now we still have the choice. It's only recommended that we do certain things a certain way, but right now we still have the choice. And because we have the choice, Kingdom Life Church will stand and press forward. I don't intend to give place to the spirit of fear, but to intend to press on with power, love, and sound mind, trusting that Jesus Christ is greater in me than the enemy is in the world. And I believe right now we need to set the standard. Right now is a time for the church to say, this is who we are, this is what we're about, we're not backing down, we're going to press on. Now, I'm not talking about being foolish. I'm not talking about playing games with things and putting ourselves at risk. I'm not talking about spiritually snake handling, if you will. That's not what I'm saying at all. But right now, I don't believe that God's telling us to back down just because the government recommends it. So tomorrow, we're going to be at church at 5:30 having potluck, 6:30 having service, and we're going to press on. And I encourage you to be there, be a part of it, join us. Come and have service. Let's worship God. Let's praise Him. Right now is a trying time for the nation, and the people of God need to bind together and seek His face. We need to be in fasting and prayer. We need to seek God, and we need to do what's right now. Because again, I'm telling you, there's coming a day in which they will bar us from being able to legally gather publicly. At which point in time we'll have to sneak and do it somewhere else. But right now, while it's still on the table as an option, I believe we still need to do it. The choice is yours ultimately, but I recommend not bending a knee just yet. Now is not the time to back down, folks. Trust me. So I just wanted to give you that. There's a lot of thoughts and things that I could say in regards to the coronavirus, things that I could say in respect to what I believe the government is attempting to accomplish through it. There's things that I could say in respect to what I know the enemy is trying to do through all of this, but none of that's relevant to this video. I want you to think about it and keep your head up, press forward with Jesus. Don't let anything discourage you, and by all means, don't let anything bring you into a place of fear. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.